Okay, today we're talking about 7 side effects to full-time RVing with your family.
Hey everybody, welcome back to No Ordinary Path. I'm John, this is Kristen, my wife, and right there in the background is the beautiful Mount Rainier. I can kind of barely see it back there.
Real Talk Tuesday is all about real talk about the real life of RVing and travel nursing and just living a non-ordinary life.
That's right. This has been a fun subject for us to kind of talk about and hash out in terms of some of the things that we've noticed that have surprised us that aren't like expected things, and we call them side effects. So what's number 1?
Well, the first one is guilt. What? Why would we feel guilty? Well, when you're living full-time on the road and you are go, go, go all the time, it's exhausting. It's really tiring. But it's a good tiring, it's fun, but there are definitely times where it is very tiring. Enter the guilt.
It's interesting because, it's a normal work week, you guys. I'm still working. Kristen's still doing homeschool and stuff with the kids. So it's not too different from being stationary. And at the end of a work week like that, you're just kind of tired. Oh, a day off doesn't sound too bad. Just sit at home in the trailer and just relax and do whatever. And then there's this weird
it's
guilt about
like
we should go see something.
Right, you really shouldn't feel guilty, but when you think about it, we have 13 weeks in the whole Pacific Northwest, and there's so much to see here, and so if we waste a day by just taking a down day, which sometimes turns into a down period of time off, like 3 days in a row, that's when we really feel it. Is like, we just spent all this time in the trailer and we didn't go do anything. But of course, we do need downtime. So we understand and recognize that we definitely need downtime.
Yeah, but it brings about some weird feelings sometimes,
weird
is a weird side effect, right? All right, number 2. This one annoys me so much. We see some beautiful things. All the national parks we've ever been to, they're all gorgeous. And I think something that I've noticed after doing this as long as we have is that our kids are not as impressed as I feel they should be at seeing this amazing scenery, and it's so gorgeous here. And they'll be like, now they're kids, so they'll be like, "Ooh, tablets."
Yeah,
it's cool, Dad. And we're driving by these epic waterfalls or granite, monolith walls or something like that.
I think the word that we were looking for on that one is apathy. Like, they're kind of apathetic to these amazing places. Yeah. And I know that someday they'll look back and be like, oh, wow, I actually got to go see that. But right now, they don't get it always. And because they've seen so many really cool things, they're like, meh.
The side effect is that they're just not as impressed by it as I think they should be.
The next side effect is non-desire to go see some of the must-see things in each city. For example, we're here in Seattle, and when you go to Seattle, what do you think about seeing? You think about going up the Space Needle because everyone goes up the Space Needle, and we're like, $130
a lot of that is tied into money. A lot of that is tied into money, you guys. If we could just make it rain, we'd probably do it.
But also, we've been up some really cool towers already, and we're totally fine with passing the Space Needle by.
And it's not just Seattle and the Space Needle. It's a lot of places.
But I think we don't have guilt on that part, on that aspect of it anymore. In the beginning, we felt like we had to see everything that was like a major touristy thing, and now we're like totally comfortable with ourselves knowing, hey, that's not for our family.
It's not going to work for us. We're not going to do it. Let's not waste time and money. Yeah, and that is kind of a good. I look at it as a positive thing, because now I know what my kids are going to be into and what they're not going to be into. I do draw the line on national parks. We're going to the national parks regardless. We're on number 4, I think. Number 4 here. Long distance driving. Obviously, that's a thing we do, right? I mean, this is an full-time RV channel. So long distance driving, we do that. The interesting thing is being stationary-ish for the 3-month period of a nursing contract, it's still nothing for us to drive 2 hours, 3 hours sometimes to go see stuff, like Cape Flattery and the Pacific North, or the Olympic Peninsula. CQ, when we went up into Canada and stuff like that. If you haven't seen that episode, check that out up here. Super cool.
Canada's next.
Oh, Canada's next. My bad. Well, Olympic National Park.
Not just
Stay tuned.
Yeah, not just the side trips though, but even day trips. We are totally willing to drive an hour and a half, whatever, one way to go see something that we really want to visit.
The driving of the long distances is nothing like it used to be. What's number 5? The overwhelming feeling that I just can't get it all in. Even though we are in one spot for 13 weeks at a time, it still amazes me how quickly the list adds up of all the things that I want to see and do in that area. And we have totally noticed that despite doing a ton of stuff, we never check everything off.
Yeah. We kind of just skim the surface, honestly. We thought when we left, oh, this is going to be so great. Nursing contracts are going to be great because you're in one spot and you have plenty of time to explore. There's so much to explore.
Oh my gosh, even being here in the Pacific Northwest for 3 months, I'm still like, we haven't done this, and we haven't done this, and we haven't done this, and I wanted to go see that. No, we don't have time because the contract's almost over.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
So number 6 is homesickness.
Which is interesting.
But not how you think.
Nope.
Okay, we do miss our friends and family back home. Family, we love you.
We love you,
miss
family. Don't. Yep.
Yeah, but we're not homesick for a house.
Yep.
We have not missed a house at all.
Not really.
Like we thought maybe we would start missing a house. Nope, don't miss a house.
Yep.
What we miss...
Well, I kind of said it before. We kind of miss a yard, but what that really means, and I think what we've narrowed it down to, is I miss the privacy of a space that's mine.
Yeah.
Mostly an outside space, especially coming from where we had land in Colorado.
Yeah.
You know, basically really being able to stretch outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, like she said, I don't miss like having a big house.
Yeah.
Really.
So our homesickness is geared towards a piece of the planet that belongs to us.
Exactly.
Number 7 is that
last but not least,
our family has become keenly aware of our own resources. And this is actually kind of a really unique and good thing.
Yeah, side effect, right?
Yeah, it's a great side effect. And before, when we had a big refrigerator, tons of things would go bad because we wouldn't eat them all.
Yeah.
And things like heat and propane, like we have to stay on top of like what our family's consumption is of that, and water. We have to manage all of that, and so we have an idea of like how much water our family actually lives off of. It's good for conservation purposes for later, someday down the road when we have a sticks and bricks again. Like we're gonna really have a good idea of like what kind of footprint our family lives and what we need to survive, possibly off grid. Off grid. And also we're aware of how much trash we produce as a family. Before, in a house, like you just dumping it in a dumpster and then you take it out once a week and you really don't think about it. But in an RV, you don't have a dumpster. You have like one trash bag, and if you like, sometimes it's embarrassing. We can fill a trash bag in a day or 2 days, and so we're keenly aware of how much waste we're producing, and that helps us be able to manage that and hopefully try to reduce the waste and get better at recycling, because let's be honest, it is very hard to recycle on the road.
It is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thanks for joining us today. We hope you found this informational, and just super thanks for being here. Hit the like button for us if you did enjoy the video. If you've been out on the road for a while and there's some things that you've noticed that are fun side effects, then leave a comment below and let us know. And as always, please subscribe.
Wait, we've got a mosquito right
now. Get it?
I think it got me in the butt first.
Oh, that was me.
Thanks for watching, guys. Watch for that Canada episode.
Oh, Canada. Let's get Mount Rainier here in the foreground.